DC here. Hi, guys and gals. Well, I hope you're all well. It is Monday, and you know what I'm going to say. Monday is very often the tag day, and today will be no exception. I've just finished doing Jasmine's tag, and now we'll get into Dave Nicholson's last Saturday 7-question tag. Hi there, Dave, and I do hope that it's a good day for you. And Happy New Year to you and to all those that are watching this tag. Okay, so let's try and get into it. Question 1. When was the last time you tried something new? Probably last week. I tried a new lens on my camera. You might say, what's new about that? Well, it actually is. It's a rather special lens as far as the openings, the aperture is concerned, and you do have to learn how to take pictures of it. It's got a very, very shallow depth of field. So I mean, if I am focusing on my nose, well, the person right behind me might not be in focus, and that is perfectly what you might want for portraits, but it might not be what you want for a group picture. I mean, so you got to learn how to use it. And the other thing is, it's really great for things like that. It's really sensitive as far as light's concerned, but for things like if you want to take a picture where you have a few people, you got to be careful anyway. And if you're in a group situation, well, you know, you got to learn how to use it. So yeah, I did learn and tried something new last week. 2 weeks ago now, actually. It was around Christmas. Anyway, yeah, about a week. Question 2. Who do you sometimes compare yourself to? Myself. Yes, I do. Because I know how I've been, I know what I want to be, and I know what I have not achieved, and I don't try and compare myself really with other people. Maybe I did at one point in my life, yeah, but I don't anymore. I mean, I would have somebody I would look up to. That happened, but I don't compare myself as such to other people except for myself, because I realize that I don't always live up to what I want to be, or who I want to be, I should say. So yeah. Question 3. What's the most sensible thing you've ever heard someone say? You know, I've heard this tag from both Dave and the legend King Siggy, or how many names did he used to have? I mean, it was Cigar Daddy, and so on. So those of you who watch tags know who I'm talking about. And both of them spoke about their dad saying, be who, be yourself, basically. My dad, so I'll keep with the dad thing, my dad would tell me to do my best. And I get what he's saying, because when you do something, do it wholeheartedly. So in other words, it does pretty much mean the same thing. Be yourself, because you're doing the best that you are. So you are being yourself. Yeah. So I think that, if you anything that you do, big or small, do your best. And I would add to that, you've been created to be you. So be you. Yes. Okay, that was question 3, which I slipped through. Question 4. What gets you excited about life? These days, I would say seeing my family, my grandchildren, but not only my grandchildren. I love seeing how my kids are developing. So my boys, their partners, and their children. Yeah, it's that gets me pretty much excited, you know. And with Mrs. DC, the way we, we've been together, boyfriend girlfriend, for over 50 years. So I still get excited about life. So yeah, but I love seeing the development of my grandkids. Yeah. Question 5. What life lesson did you learn the hard way? Be humble? I think so. Or what life lesson? Yeah, when I was working in the farm industry, I remember trying to. I was team leader at the time. For the example I'm giving, I was team leader, and I told people that I would give them a hand, and so that we could push forward a project. And people took it the wrong way. They thought I was trying to take the not only to take the lead, but to take away the glory from them, and got a lot of flack and from the people who really thought I was not being humble, that I was trying to steal the limelight. When actually at that time I have done that before, but I have not tried to steal. I never tried to steal the limelight. That's different. Try to be the limelight. That's another question. But and to realize that people don't like it when you. Actually, people don't like it when you help them sometimes. I know it's a paradox, but it happens. And to be more sensitive, maybe. I guess that might have been it. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of things you learn in life. Yeah. Well, that question 5 it was. Question 6. What do you wish you spent more time doing 5 years ago? What do you wish you spent more time doing 5 years ago? So 5 years ago, that was a pandemic. I'm almost stumped on that one, because 5 years ago, because like I say, it was the pandemic. I think in the pandemic period, I had been put in charge of safety and security as far as the pandemic stuff was concerned at work, and for the group. So that meant several plants, and it was difficult because many people didn't want to listen to any type of scientific reasoning. So look at the question again. So I would try and explain things both scientifically and feeling wise, and I think that in many cases it worked, but for some group of people, especially if you're in this, at the time I was working in the nutrition part of the company, is to spend more time explaining really how it's a group effort, and how we can only get through this if we hold together. And when I say spent more time, well, I think it was more the fact that I was hoping that the message would get through, and then maybe I realized that I should have spent more time tailoring the message to the different groups. Because if you're talking with, I know you can say you're talking to people, but if you're talking to people in an office, or people in a plant, or people in the maintenance, or the truck drivers and so on, it's not the same. It's not the same people. So to have tailored probably more the message. I did my best. Back to one of the other questions, but could have done better. Yeah. Okay, so that was 5 years ago. It'd be another set of rules there, another story if it was less than 5 years. Question 7, and last, do you ask enough questions, or do you settle for what you know? Oh no, I ask questions. Um, I'm happy with what I know, but I feel like I never know enough, and I guess it's because I've worked as a scientist all my life, so I guess that I always ask questions. I always try and find out the little things behind and so on. So yeah, definitely I ask more questions, and once I know something, I pass on to something else. You know, so that's the way I am, and I see the minute the clock going on. So we'll leave it at that. So thank you, Dave, and another good set of questions. Maybe not so good set of answers, but it was fun. So once again, Happy New Year, everybody. Looking forward to more tags in the coming year. Bye. DC signing off. Take care.